Last time on Shadow Piece, the Battle Royale stage of the Elbaf tournament ended. The Strawhat Pirates congratulated Sanji on his success, and Absalom especially is crying like a proud father would, knocking Sanji on the back. His words are basically just gibberish, and the sniffing from his nose is nothing else but disgusting. As a group, they want to move away from the arena as fast as possible. Helping Sanji to be in his perfect condition is all the visitors from abroad can really do. Walking through the crowds, a lot of giants stare at Sanji. A few more straightforward Elbaf natives actually cheer for Sanji and tell him that they look forward to his battle tomorrow. For our cook, this all feels like a good experience. Maria, however, notices the small detail that they said battle in singular form, even though tomorrow both the quarter and semifinals will take place. So they are already expecting the foreigner and only human to lose in the first KO battle. Our Onion Emperor doesn't say anything. Actions speak much louder than words, and tomorrow the humans will just show that. The atmosphere on the island is jolly. Many of the older giants are now starting their own battles. Famished as they are, none of them can use their full strength, but these giant proud warriors shouldn't be underestimated either. If all of them weren't fasting, the top 8 might have looked very different and Sanji might have had a bit more of a challenge. Humans stick together, staying on their toes in case of an ambush, even if that is unlikely. Brook, Perona, Absalom and Maria are constantly using observation haki. Meanwhile, Sanji is just loving the attention. Careful as they are, somehow someone still manages to slip through their haki. "Excuse me, brave humans. Your presence fell into my eyes, and if you would be so gracious as to share your names with me, I would be incredibly grateful." In front of the crew, a young giant appears, and everybody instantly recognizes him as one of the participants, no one else but Prince Loki himself. It surprises them more than anything else that happened on Elbaf so far. This is somehow similar to Absalom's awakened powers, and yet a bit different. While Absalom turns into nothing and can't be sensed no matter what, for Prince Loki, whenever somebody is about to notice him, their attention somehow shifts elsewhere. As the leader, Moria takes a step forward. Ever since he became a goddess, the world felt like it was below him. But apparently there are still a lot of mysterious things out there that can startle him.
We are the Strawhat Pirates, and this is our current guest, Sanji. What brings the prince of this country to us humble visitors?
One by one, the Shadow Emperor introduces everybody. It is only fair to respect the prince of a nation. Different to how the people of Elbaf describe Loki, he doesn't give up the vibes of a shut-in. In contrary, while chubby, he stands straight and speaks with a clear voice, and his interest in the Strawhat Pirates appears to be honest as well. The prince lets out a small giggle, so, and with a big smile he welcomes our heroes again to Elbaf. "Your arrival is what motivated me to visit the outside world once more. Only because of you I saw how beautiful it is to see new things." He winks at Maria. He shuffles around nervously before adding on, "Let us meet again tomorrow, oh brave travelers." As soon as he finishes his sentence, he rushes away from the encounter, leaving all of the humans flabbergasted. Why was Loki so nervous while talking with them? This conversation didn't even lead to anything. They look at each other confused before heading towards a less crowded place. The voices of excited giants grow more and more quiet the farther the group goes, until they are nothing more than minor noises in the background. Where they have gone, only non-combatant giants and people who weren't interested in the tournament are. So it should be a calm place. However, the expectations instantly get proven wrong once again, when a female giant yells out, "Liv! You better stop, young lady! It's time for your bath!" A very young looking girl, barely as tall as Perona, is dashing away from the giant woman. Liv turns around, sticks her tongue out and says,
I'm not going to take a bath. This dirt is my sign of freedom."
She's in fact very dirty, but that doesn't make her any slower. The woman meant to wash her sees the group of foreigners and begs them to stop the girl. Once again, the Strawhat Pirates are taken by surprise. But so far, Elbaf was a nice place to stay, so it would only be fair to return the favor.
What a hassle. Little girl, come in my arms. You can't continue to run away forever.
As Moria starts talking to the young girl, she lets out a shriek.
It's the onion devil. It came to life because I kept on refusing to eat it before the fast.
Liv performs multiple feints before headbutting Moria right into his stomach. The Shadow Emperor was just standing there with open arms, like he was waiting to embrace her, not really expecting anything from a mere child. Nobody expected this child giant to pack this much power, so seeing Moria get sent flying marks already the first surprise of the day. All the group can hear while their captain is zooming away is a Absalom, Brook, and Sanji are taken aback by the developments, but one human isn't. The ghost princess Perona uses her negative holo techniques and sends a ghost flying through the young girl's body.
I am nothing but a worm. Why did I even try running? Crawling is much more befitting to me.
The giantess falls on her knees and lets out depressed Nuffix. Soon after, the woman catches up and Moria returned from wherever he got sent to. Catching her breath, the non-warrior picks up the little depressed girl, quickly giving Perona a look that can only mean she will return to normal, right? After assuring her that the effect will wear off, the group receives a massive thank you. I can't thank you enough, visitors. This girl is such a handful. I for sure wasn't like this when I was only 3 years old. Our protagonists already knew giants are tall, but a 3-year-old girl being comparable to Perona in height is still impressive. In a small conversation, they learned that this girl is named Liv D, but she doesn't have a last name as she is an orphan. The group got invited to be cooked for by the nice lady. Even if the giants aren't eating, they are great hosts. After finally finishing Liv's bath, in which Perona joined the female giant, the group sits down around the table to eat and talk. Liv is actually clinging to the ghost princess, still thinking that the onion devil was responsible for her behavior early in the day and not Perona's negative holo. None of the other children running around or the woman responsible for cleaning them have ever seen the rambunctious girl act so meek. While slurping the soup before him, Brook finally asked the question. Yo, young Sanji, tomorrow's battle will be an even bigger test than today's battle. Are you sure you are ready? Or do you want to hear an inspirational song from me first? The kids have no filter, so they bombard both Brook and Moria with questions about their appearance. But the two humans just amuse them with their answers. Being the devil himself and his skeleton entertainer is much more fun than just being some weird humans. And it also helps the people from Elbaf in controlling their younglings in bathing and toothbrushing rhythms. Moria is great with children. Seeing so many of them actually brings out a rare smile on the Shadow Emperor's face. Just reminiscing about Perona's childhood brings out an almost creepy smile on the otherwise emotionless Onion. Sanji is undeniably nervous, especially because of the women. But if he lets that feeling take over his mind, he also feels like he would betray his teacher Absalom and everybody else's trust as well. His flames are not only going to burn for Pudding now, but also for all the companions and friends he made over this relatively speaking small journey. Compared to the previous party with adult giants, this is more like a show and tell for the children. Technically speaking, none of the humans present are actually normal humans. Moria is an ordinary human, but let's be honest here, he looks like an onion and he ate a mythological devil fruit. Absalom is a chimera human produced by stitching together various kinds of animals on a human body. Brook is a literal skeleton, and Sanji is a genetically enhanced human. Even Perona is quite similar to a ghost because of her devil fruit, but otherwise she is probably the closest you can get to a normal human on this group. This is truly the get-together of horror creatures, but the young giants love it. Liv especially grows more and more outgoing, going as far as accepting the Onion Devil as her rival. But they are still children, so they fall asleep after using all of their energy, and our party quickly joins them in Dreamland, and the next day is coming. Everybody wishes Sanji good luck, and the kids promise that they will come to watch and cheer him on. One very touching scene is when Liv hands over a drawing she did to Moria. It says, "You are the nicest onion I've met so far," and shows herself and Moria as stick figures with their hands raised up. Making friends wherever they go, even a pirate crew like the Strawhat Pirates is lovable. At the arena, they see a group of giants gathered around the billboard. On it, the bracket for the tournament can be seen, and it looks like this. The first battle will be between Hyrodine and Tyr, followed by the battle of the Prince of Elbaf against the only female giant still in the top 8, Bronya. The third battle is a battle of another outsider. He is still part giant, but only 1/4 of him is giant, the rest is human, so you might guess how he has been treated by some of the other giants. And last but not least, the fourth battle, and maybe the one we are most interested in, is a battle between Eric and Sanji. Now, the KO section of the tournament is just around the corner. How will the first round develop, and will our two fighters make it to the second round? And much more on the next episode of Shadow Piece. Pyro, out.